Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to see the second chapter, that is rational numbers. So, before going to see what exactly rational numbers we will revise whatever we have learnt in 7th standard. We will revise the definitions of what are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Okay, afterwards we will see what these are rational numbers are. So, first we will see what are natural numbers. Natural numbers. See here, the group of the positive numbers which are countable are nothing but natural numbers. What are the group of positive numbers which are countable? 1, 2, 3. It will go on. We call infinity. It will go on continuing. Or we can tell the number which start from 1 are nothing but natural numbers. Now see what are whole numbers? Whole numbers are all the natural numbers including 0. Including 0 are nothing but a whole number. The number which begins from 0, okay, and it will go on continuing, okay, that are nothing but a whole numbers. So next we will see what are these integers. All the positive numbers and negative numbers including 0 are nothing but integers. See here, all the positive numbers and negative numbers including 0 will going to form a number that is nothing but integers. Now we will see what this exactly is rational numbers is. The next definition is rational numbers. See here, a number is called rational. A number is called rational if it can be expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Now see here, a number is called rational if it can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q should not be equal to 0. So suppose here if I take examples, 2 by 3. See here, this is a number, right, expressed in the form of P by Q. Here where P and Q are, this is P, this is Q. P and Q are integers, right, and the denominator should not be equal to 0. This is the major condition. See here, 2 we can write as 2 by 1, no? Okay, this is a rational number. Here P and Q, these are P and Q. P and Q are integers and denominator should not be equal to 0. See here, any number to become a rational number, there are two conditions. First condition is that P and Q should be integers, right? Second condition, denominator should not be equal to 0. If denominator is equal to 0 means that is not a rational number, okay? They are given a clear statement that denominator should not be equal to 0. Example, minus 5 by 6. This is a rational number, right? See here P and Q are integers, okay? P and Q are integers and denominator should not be equal to 0. Now see, is 0 is a rational number? Yes, 0 is a rational number. Why? See, 0 can be written as 0 by 1. Yes? Here 0 and 1 are integers and denominator is not equal to 0. Again we can write example minus 2 by minus 3. Is this is a rational number? Yes. See here P and Q are integers, right? P and Q are integers and denominator is not equal to 0. This is nothing but a definition of rational number. What it will tell us? A number is called rational if it can be expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. See here, rational number, it includes all whole numbers, integers and natural numbers. Now see here, if I ask you, is minus 2 is a rational number? Yes, minus 2 is a rational number because minus 2 is, we can write it as minus 2 by 1. Here minus 2 and 1 are integers and denominator is not equal to 0. Okay. Now we will see the properties of rational numbers. We come to know what is the definition of rational number, right? Now we will see the properties of rational numbers. Properties of rational numbers. Now see here we will see the first property, that is closure property. Okay, we know what is a closure property. In last year we have learnt in integers chapter what are closure property, commutative property, associative property, right? For whole numbers, integers, and for natural numbers also we have learnt. Okay, see properties of rational number, closure property. See here we will revise whatever we have learnt in last year. See first we will see closure property for whole numbers. Okay, before going for rational numbers, okay, we will see closure property for whole numbers. Okay, see operations, numbers, remarks. So we will see closure property for whole number first. Now see first we will do addition. We will take operation addition. If I take two whole numbers, what is the closure property? If you take two whole number, if you apply a operation, again the sum should be a whole number, right? Now see, I will take two whole numbers. 2 is a whole number. I will apply the operation addition. 2 plus 3 is nothing but 5. This 5 is an integer. Sorry, this 5 is a whole number, right? We take two whole numbers. 2 and 3 are whole numbers. If we add these whole numbers, again the answer is getting a whole number. So what we can tell? Whole numbers are closed under addition. Yes or no? We can take one more example also. 5. 5 is a whole number. 5 plus 2 is 7. What we can tell? Whole numbers are closed under addition. Next we will see subtraction. If I take 3 minus 3 is a whole number, right? 3 and 2 are whole number. I am going to apply operation subtraction. 3 minus 2 is 1. Yes, this is an whole number. Okay. Now one more example you take. 5 minus 7. If I do 5 minus 7, see here, plus minus is minus. 7 minus 5 is 2. Bigger number is 7. 7 is minus 7. Minus 2. Is minus 2 is an whole number? No. What we can tell? Whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Yes, to satisfy closure property, the answer should also be a whole number, right? Here see, we are getting a minus 2. Minus 2 is not a whole number. Therefore, what we can tell? Whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Now we will do multiplication. I will take operations. Numbers remarks. Now see here, afterwards subtraction, I will go for multiplication. Now take two whole numbers. Okay, 0 and 3 are whole numbers, right? I will apply an operation of multiplication. I perform an operation of multiplication. 0 and 3 are whole numbers. Is the answer is a whole number? 0, 3 is a 0. A whole number, right? 0 is a whole number. Again, you take different example. 5 into 2. 5 is a whole number. 2 is also a whole number, right? 5 2s are 10. Is 10 a whole number? Yes. 10 is a whole number. So what we can tell? Whole numbers are closed under multiplication. In last day we have done this all, right? We are just revising it. Now we will see for division. See, if I take two whole numbers, 5 is a whole number and 8 is also a whole number. If I perform a operation of division, 5 divided by 8. Is 5 divided by 8 is a whole number? No. Okay. 5 by 8 is not a whole number. So what we can tell? What we can give the remark? We can conclude that whole numbers are not closed under division. Whole numbers are not closed under whole numbers are not closed under division. See here, once more I will explain. To be a closure property, we are seeing closure property for whole numbers, right? See here, if the result is again a whole number, if you take two whole number, if the result is again a whole number, at that time we can tell whole numbers are closed under the respective operations. Okay. If you take two whole number, the result is not getting a whole number, means whole numbers are not closed under the respective operations. Okay, now see here. We took here two whole numbers, we get the answer in whole number only. Therefore, we told that whole numbers are closed under addition. Here we took two whole numbers, okay, 5 and 7 are whole number. We perform a operation of subtraction. We not got a whole number. Therefore, whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Here you see, we took a two whole number. We perform a operation of multiplication. Again, the result, the answer, we got a whole number, right? Therefore, whole numbers are closed under multiplication. So, division, see, we took two whole numbers, okay? We perform an operation of division. 5 by 8 is not a whole number. Therefore, whole numbers are not closed under division. So, what we can tell here? Therefore, whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. Okay, whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. So next we will see closure property for integers. Okay, we will revise closure property for integers. Now we just revise closure property for whole numbers. Now we will revise closure property for integers. We will revise now for integers. See here, again operation numbers remarks. Now we will see closure property for integer. The first operation, addition. For addition we will see. See here, if I take two integers, here minus 6 is an integer and 5 is an integer. If I perform a operation of addition, okay, here minus 6 is an integer and 5 is also an integer. If I perform an operation of addition, now if I took two integer, the answer should come again integer, right? The answer should have to come in integer. Means only we can tell integers are closed under addition. If we got here different, if we got in fraction or anything, means that we can tell that integers are not closed under addition if it comes in fractions or anything else. Okay, now we will see whether additions are integers are closed under addition or no. Now see, minus plus is minus, 6 minus 5 is 1, bigger number is 6, 6 has minus sign. Now see here, we took two integers, okay, we took two integers, the answer is getting again in an integer only. Minus 1 is an integer, right? This is first example. We can take one more example. If I take two integer, minus 7 is one integer and minus 5 is one integer, right? If I perform a operation of addition, now we will see is the answer is getting an integer or no. Now see, minus 7 plus minus is minus 5. Minus minus is plus. 7 plus 5 is 12. Bigger number is 7. 7 has minus sign. See here, minus 12 is an integer. right? What we can tell? Integers are closed under addition. Integers are closed under addition. Okay. Now we will see for subtraction. Say if I take two integers, 7 is one integer and 2 is one integer. If I perform an operation of subtraction, now tell me what is 7 minus 2? 7 minus 2 is 5. Here 7 and 2 are integers, right? Is 5 is an integer? Yes, 5 an integer. Okay, we will take one more example. Minus 6 and minus 8. Say minus 6 and minus 8 are two integer. If I perform a operation of subtraction, we will see what we get the answer. Minus 6 minus minus is plus 8. Minus plus is minus. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bigger number is 8. 8 has plus sign, plus 2. If we take two integers, if I perform the operation of subtraction, again the result is getting an integer, right? Plus 2 an integer. So what we can tell? We can tell that integers are closed under subtraction. Yes, integers are closed under addition also. Integers are closed under subtraction also. Now we will see whether integers are closed under multiplication and division. So we will see for multiplication. Say take any two integers, minus 2 and minus 3 are integers. If I perform an operation of multiplication, say what is minus 2 into minus 3? 3 2s are 2 3s are 6. If you multiply two negative integers, the answer will come in a positive integer, right? We take two integers, the answer is getting again an integer. Plus 6 and integer. Okay, you can take one more example also here. Minus 5 into 3. Say minus 5 is also integer and 3 is also an integer. Now we will see the result is an integer. See here, 5 3s are 15. Okay. When we multiply a negative integer with a positive integer, the answer will be a negative integer. Minus 15 and integer. So what we can tell? We can tell that integers are closed under multiplication. Now see here, integers are closed under addition, it is closed under subtraction, closed under multiplication. Now we will perform one more last operation, that is division. We will now check for division. Say if I take two integer, 5 is an integer, right? And 7 is also an integer. If I perform an operation of division, now tell me, is 5 by 7 is an integer? No, right? 5 by 7 is not an integer. 5 by 7 is not an integer. You can take one more example. Minus 5 divided by 8 is minus 5 divided by 8 is an integer. This is also is not an integer. So what we can tell here? We can tell that integers are not closed under division. So now what we can give the final statement? Therefore integers are closed under addition, subtraction and multiplication. Integers are closed under addition, subtraction and multiplication, but not for division. Okay. Now here just we revised about closure property for whole numbers, closure property for integers. Now we will check this closure property for rational numbers. Okay. The properties of rational number. The first property is closure property. Now in the same way we are going to apply for rational numbers. See a third one, for closure property for rational numbers. See a operation numbers remark. Now see here, first we will see for addition. Okay, addition. So I will take two rational number, 3 by 8 and minus 5 by 7. So these are two rational number, right? 3 by 8 and minus 5 by 7. I will perform the operation of addition. Now I took two rational numbers. If the result is in rational number, we can tell that rational numbers are closed under addition. If we got the result in a rational number, we can tell that rational numbers are closed under addition. Okay, now we will check it. Say 3 by 8, okay, plus minus is minus 5 by 7. Okay, so we will take, what is the LCM of 8 and 7? The LCM of 8 and 7 is 56. 8 7s are 5 8s are 7 3s are 21, 8 5s are 40. Okay, what is 21 minus 40? 40 plus 21, right? 10 minus 1 is 9. Here it will become 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. It is minus 19. Minus 19 by 56. Now tell me, we took two rational numbers. Is this answer is a rational number? Yes. See here, minus 19 by 56 is definitely a rational number. What I told you the condition for rational number? P and Q should be integers and Q should not be equal to 0. Denominator should not be equal to 0. Here denominator is not equal to 0. Definitely this is a rational number. Okay. What we can tell is minus 19 by 56 is rational number. So we can take one more example. So for addition, we can take one more example. See here, minus 3 by 8 is a rational number, and I will consider one more rational number, minus 4 by 5. I will apply an operation of addition. I will perform a addition operation here. Now see here, minus 3 by 8 is a rational number. Yes, because the denominator is not equal to 0. Okay. Minus 4 by 5 is also a rational number because your denominator is not equal to 0. And these two are integers. Okay. Now we will see. We will solve this. Minus 3 by 8 plus minus is minus 4 by 5. The LCM of 8 and 5 is 40. Say 8 5s are 5, 8s are 5 3s are 15 minus 8 4s are 32. See here, 32 plus 15 is 5 plus 2 is 7, 3 plus 1 is 4. It will become minus 47 by 40. Now tell me, is minus 47 by 40 is a rational number? Yes, this is a rational number. Yes, the denominator is not equal to 0 and here P and Q are integers. What we can give the conclusion here? We can tell that rational numbers are closed under closed under addition. Rational numbers are closed under addition. So in the same way, we will check for whether rational numbers are closed under subtraction or no. Okay. Now we will check for subtraction. Second operation, subtraction. So we will take examples. Minus 5 by 7 and 2 by 3. See here minus 5 by 7 is one rational number and 2 by 3 is one more rational number. If I perform a operation of subtraction, okay, see here, this I took a rational number and this is also a rational number. Now we will see whether the result is a rational number. Now we will see. See here, minus 5 by 7 minus 2 by 3. Now see here, what is the LCM of 7 and 3? That is 7 3s is 21. 7 3s are 3 7s are 5 3s are 15 minus 15 minus 14. It is nothing but minus 29 by 21. Now see here, is minus 29 by 21 is an rational number? Yes, minus 29 by 21 is a rational number. What we can tell here? We can tell that rational numbers are closed under closed under subtraction. Yes. So if you take two rational numbers, again the result is getting a rational number. So now we will see for multiplication. So now we will check for the third operation, that is multiplication. So we will see the examples. Say minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 5. So second example, 3 by 7 multiplied by 2 by 5. Now see here minus 2 by 3, minus 2 divided by 3 and 4 by 5 are rational numbers. Okay. If you perform an operation of multiplication, whether the result is an rational number or no, we will see. See here, 4 2s are 8, minus 8 by 5 3s are 50, minus 8 by 15 is a rational number. Now we will see for one more example. 3 by 7 into 2 by 5. 3 2s are 6, 7 5s are 35. See here, the result is we are getting a rational number only. What we can tell? Rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Rational numbers are closed under multiplication. So next we will see for division. Fourth operation, division. So we will consider a few examples. Minus 5 by 3 divided by 2 by 5. Second example, 2 by 7 divided by 5 by 3. Third example, minus 5 by 3 divided by 0 divided by 5. See, from this example, we will conclude whether rational numbers are closed under division or no. Now see here minus 5 divided by 3 is a one rational number and 2 divided by 5 is a rational number. Okay. Now if we divide, whether the result is a rational number or no, we will see. See here minus 5 divided by 3. Okay. We will take the reciprocal. 2 by 5 it will become 5 by 2. The answer will be minus 25. 5 5s are 25. Here minus is there, right? 3 2s are 6. Yes, this is a rational number. If you take two rational number, if we perform a division, we are getting a rational number only. We'll check for second example. Now see, 2 by 7 multiplied by 3 by 5. 3 2s are 6, 7 5s are 35. This is a rational number. Now we'll take one more example and we will check for this also. Minus 5 by 3 into 5 by 0. 5 5s are 25. Negative integer multiplied by a positive integer is negative integer. By 3 zeros are 0. Now tell me, is minus 25 divided by 0 is a rational number? No. What I told? To a rational number. A number is called a rational number if it can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q should be integers and q should not be equal to 0. Yes, and here q is coming as 0. If in denominator 0 comes, means definitely that is not a rational number. So what we can tell from this? Rational numbers are not closed under division. Yes or no? See here, because here example number 3 is failed, right? If it is true for all rational numbers, definitely we can tell that divisions are closed, rational numbers are closed under division. But in example number 3 it is failed. What we can write? We can write rational numbers are not closed under division. Okay. So what we can give the final statement? Rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication, but not for division. We can tell in general if A and B, okay, in general what we can tell here means here, say in general if A and B are two rational numbers, then we can tell that A plus B is an rational number. Okay. In general, if A and B are rational numbers, definitely A plus B is also a rational number. Therefore, rational numbers are closed under addition. If A and B are two rational numbers, then is A minus B is a rational number? Yes. Therefore, we can tell rational numbers are closed under subtraction. If A and B are rational number, then A multiplied by B is also a rational number. Therefore, rational numbers are closed under multiplication. If A and B are integers, then is A divided by B is a rational number? No. A divided by B is not an rational number. Therefore, divisions are not rational numbers are not closed under division. See here, in today's class what we saw? We have learned the properties of rational number. That is nothing but first property we have learned, that is closure property. So based on this we are going to solve one problem. So filling the blanks, fill in the blanks in the following table. In the following table. See numbers closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication, and one more they have given division. So first I given rational numbers, rational numbers. Second one, integers. Third one, whole numbers. Now tell me, is rational number is closed under addition? Yes or no? Yes. Just we revise, right? If you take two rational number, definitely the result will be a rational number for addition. Yes or no? Rational numbers are closed under addition. What about subtraction? Yes, it is closed. Is rational numbers are closed under multiplication? Yes. Is rational numbers are closed under division? No. Now we'll check for integers. Is integers are closed under addition? Yes. Is integers are closed under subtraction? Yes. Integers are closed under multiplication? Yes. Is integers are closed under division? No. Very good. Correct answer. Is whole numbers are closed under addition? Yes. Whole numbers are closed under subtraction? No. Tell me, whole numbers are closed under multiplication? Yes. Is whole numbers are closed under division? No. Okay. This is about the first property, that is closure property. Okay. In next class we are going to see the properties of rational number, that is second property, commutative property. Okay. Thank you. We will see in the next class.